Hello, my fellow YouTubers. I'm going to do a bunch of short little videos to show you how I'm building my bench work. And then I'll show you what I've got completed after I'm done. So to start with, I'll show you the lumber I use. I've been using 1x3 square-edged 8-foot strips of lumber. It's pretty nice down here from Lowe's. It's about $6.50 a stick for an 8-footer. And I use that on the outer edges of all the modules. And then I buy the cheap, crappy 1x3 round edge that looks like not good for a chicken coop. But actually, if you pick through it, you can find some really pretty good stuff. And I always buy it all bundled up. Anyway, I take and cut these, or I'm making 8-foot by 3-foot modules. So all of these were cut to length. I think they're 46.5. And then they were pre-drilled on the drill press, so I have wire pass holes. So that's what I'm doing now. Next, I'll mark the boards and get them ready to assemble. A little correction, the 3-foot modules are 34.5 and the 4-foot modules are 46.5. So I just wanted to make sure you didn't get confused on that. Okay, I use this little jig to go along the marks that I made on the edge of the board, so I can pre-drill all my holes. And I usually put them a foot apart. So in an 8-foot board, it's going to take nine of these little cross pieces. So now I'll start assembling them. I usually glue and screw everything, and I pre-drill it so they don't split. Okay, it took me about 25-30 minutes to assemble all of this with wood glue and screws. I use 2-inch screws. I bought these screw assortments from, I think it was Lowe's or Home Depot. They come in a pack. They got 1.5, 2-inch, 2.5, and 3-inch. So I bought a couple of those and some other 2-inchers. But 2-inch screws seem to work the best for putting this together. And then I used a 1-inch paddle bit with my drill press to drill all these holes. And they're about, I don't know, 6 inches apart. And then I just do the same thing on the 4-foot wide modules. Anyway, you can see it goes together pretty nicely. Now I'll put the legs on it. Okay, got all 4 legs on. I put 2 screws on the side, same 2-inch screws, and 1 on the inside. So I did that to all 4 legs. And you can see all 4 legs here. And I'll show you the leg bottoms in a minute. These are standard white pine 2x2s, rounded edge. And then I bought these little feet. I don't know if you can see them real clear. I got these from Temu. I bought about 200 of them. You drill a hole in the bottom, you pound in a little threaded stud, and then there's a 2.5-inch long adjustable foot that you can adjust here. And all you do is screw it in and out. So I put those on all, and that way I can adjust the bench. Some of them aren't the same height. And I always start with 4 legs, but I usually end up putting 6, 2 in the middle for an 8-foot bench. So I'll go ahead and set the bench up, and then I'll show you that. I've got this 8-foot section set up in place, and it's adjusted. I'll level it here in a minute. But I just attach it with some 1.25-inch screws. You can see the screws in there. And of course, all my holes line up for running my wires through. This bench I did earlier before this one. And this will be the yard lead into the roundhouse. So the other end of that area will be a big roundhouse turntable. So those will probably get built tomorrow. I also built these 2 8-foot sections today and put them up. So total today I've made 4 8-foot tables. And I start about 8:30 in the morning. I use the same 2x2s to put a cross brace about 9.5 inches down on the legs. I don't have all of them done, but I got most of them. I did the same thing, same height for my staging yard over here. Starting to fill it up with a few cars. Got my big boy sitting up here. I was running it earlier. So let me get up on the ladder. Okay, here's what I'm doing right now, this section right here. Once I get it covered, I cover it with 19/32 plywood and then 1/2-inch pink foam insulation. So these all got built today. That stuff way down there was done back when my birthday in September, and we did around the wall here. And then, let me go back around the other way. Comes in, that's the stairs in that corner. And then I have those 2 loops over there about ready to go. I'm gonna put a riser over there where you can see that K-line coal dump. And it's gonna come around this whole wall about 9 inches from the wall. 2 double tracks all the way around behind me. Oops. And it'll go all the way down that wall and be elevated high enough to go across those. There's going to be 2 Atlas Pratt truss bridges down there. And it'll come across and it'll hit that, and then it'll come downhill and hit this loop here. So I got a lot of bench girders to do yet, but it's coming. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.